Happy Halloween, witches! I'm your host, Nina, and welcome to Fly Girl Bartending. If you can't tell, I'm dressed up as Poison Ivy today. It's finally spooky season, and I have 3 delicious recipes for you all to try. So without further ado, let's get started. First recipe I have for you guys today is called the Black Flame Candle. If you've seen the movie Hocus Pocus, that's kind of where I got the inspiration for the name behind the drink. The drink doesn't really turn black, but it turns like pretty close to black. And I use black edible glitter, so I figure, why the heck not? All right, let's get started. To start off, we're gonna use our shaking tin. We're gonna use 1 ounce of rum. 1 ounce of sweet and sour. Mine is homemade, but you're more than welcome to use any kind of sweet and sour that you have. Half an ounce of melon liqueur. Half an ounce of blue curacao. Now we're gonna add some ice and shake. Very quickly, we're just gonna set this to the side so we can prep our glass. We're gonna grab our coupe glass and we're gonna put a tiny little spoonful of black edible glitter. A little bit goes a long way. Using a strainer, we are going to pour the cocktail into our coupe glass. And for our finishing touches, we're just gonna add a half an ounce to an ounce of cranberry juice, depending on your taste. I'm just gonna give it 1 tiny little stir so that to make the edible glitter fully distribute. So I'm actually gonna do the taste testing at the end, so we're just gonna set this to the side and finish our 2 other recipes today. It's hard putting it to the side because I wanna drink it. Looks delicious. Alrighty, so our next recipe is actually a shot. I call it the Ghost Tears shot. So the inspiration behind the name of the shot is actually based off of the movie Halloween Town. In the first movie of Halloween Town, Marnie, Dylan, and Sophie are looking around to get authentic ingredients for the staff thing with the little bulb on it because they're trying to reverse this curse that Calabar put on the whole town of Halloween Town. And one of the ingredients, it's actually the sweat of a ghost. I've been calling it ghost tears for so long now that I'm like kind of used to not remembering that it's actually the sweat of a ghost instead of the tears of a ghost. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. All in all, it's a really delicious recipe, and let's get started. We're gonna start off with half an ounce of vanilla vodka. Now we're gonna do a half ounce of peach schnapps. And lastly, we're gonna do a half ounce of triple sec. As you can see, the reason why I called it ghost tears is because it's translucent in color, but if you taste it, it's like more of like a sweet, easy to go down shot. I'm just gonna swirl a little bit to incorporate. Because we're not tasting this yet, we are going to put it to the side and go on to our 3rd recipe. Our last and final recipe is called the Day of the Dead Mule. Now before we get into our last cocktail of the evening, I do want to mention that the Day of the Dead is its own unique holiday separate from Halloween. It originated in Mexico, but it has since then become a celebration in many Latin American cultures. I'm from Southern California, so I'm surrounded by Mexican culture, and I just wanted to add this recipe into this video so that all my fellow Mexican American, Hispanic, Latino people out there watching have a recipe that's very close to home with a little bit of a twist. So none of these recipes require specific like liquors or anything. You can kind of just mix it up however you want. I will be using the spicy tamarind flavored Smirnoff for this recipe. Where I'm from, it's around like $8 or $9. Now I haven't tried this particular recipe with like tamarind agua frescas, but I'm sure you could use that that as well if you don't have this in your area. This video is not in any way sponsored, but also if you're wondering, this stuff is the bomb to take shots of because you don't need like any chasers. I will be putting this cocktail in a classic Moscow Mule mug, but if you don't have one of these, you can use whatever you have. We're gonna start by filling this up with ice. We're gonna start off with 2 ounces of our tamarind flavored vodka. So we're just gonna do a little. Next, we're gonna use 1 ounce of orange juice. Next, we're gonna use about 3/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. And finally, we're gonna fill the rest of the way with ginger beer. Make sure to mix it up a little bit. This is also non-alcoholic ginger beer. Our garnish for this cocktail is going to be a lime wheel and a beautiful orange marigold to celebrate Day of the Dead. Now we're gonna bring out all 3 cocktails so we can try them out. Alrighty, let's go ahead and try these cocktails. Starting off with our black flame candle. Alright, let's have a taste. Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna have another sip real quick. Oh my gosh, that's so good. If you like sweet, this is a little bit on the sweeter side, but oh honey, the flavors together mixed so good. It goes down so easy. It's dangerous, honestly. Alright, we're gonna get started with our shot recipe. I'm not gonna take the whole shot, but I'm just gonna have a taste for you guys. Ooh. Definitely liquor. But again, still very sweet. Yeah, that's good. I would buy that at a bar for sure. It's one of those shots that you're gonna want to ask for a second one. All right, we're gonna move on to the Day of the Dead Mule. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. You get sweetness up front, and then at the end you have like a slight spicy aftertaste, and then it kind of goes back to sweet. So it's like definitely a mixture of the flavors. The orange juice is what really makes it nice and like sweet, and it really balances the whole cocktail together. Oof, like so good. All right, I need to stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is like my first appearance in a video on my channel. When you try out these recipes, please let me know in the comments down below how they turned out for you. I would really love to hear it. I hope you guys have a fun and safe Halloween this year, and I hope you use my recipes to help you celebrate. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.